Hollywood is supposed to be where dreams come true, but for some stars, time has been absolutely brutal. What you're about to see will shock you to your core. These celebrities went from red carpet royalty to completely unrecognizable, and number 4 will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about beauty standards. We're talking about transformations so extreme that even their closest friends struggle to recognize them. The pressure to stay young in Hollywood is absolutely insane, and the lengths some celebrities go to maintain their youthful appearance can be downright terrifying. But sometimes the cure becomes infinitely worse than the disease. These transformations aren't just about natural aging, they're about desperate choices, destructive lifestyles, and procedures that went so horribly wrong that they became cautionary tales for the entire industry. What makes these stories even more heartbreaking is that most of these celebrities were absolutely stunning in their prime. They had natural beauty that millions envied, yet the fear of aging drove them to make decisions that would haunt them for years. Some lost lucrative contracts, others became social media memes, and a few completely disappeared from the spotlight altogether. Before we dive into these shocking transformations, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss future videos like this. Also, drop a comment below guessing who you think number 4 might be. I guarantee most of you will be completely wrong. Now let's dive into the most dramatic celebrity aging disasters that had fans doing double takes and questioning what they were seeing. Number 14, Mickey Rourke was once Hollywood's ultimate bad boy heartthrob, starring in sizzling blockbusters like 9.5 Weeks, and later earning an Oscar nomination for The Wrestler. His rugged good looks and intense screen presence made him one of the most desired men in Hollywood during the 80s and 90s. But Mickey made a decision that would completely alter the trajectory of his career and his face. He chose to pursue professional boxing. The boxing career literally destroyed his facial structure. Multiple broken bones, a crushed cheekbone, and a split tongue required extensive reconstructive surgery, and that's where everything spiraled completely out of control. The initial procedures were supposed to restore his original appearance, but they were botched so badly that Mickey ended up looking like a completely different person. The surgeries were so poorly executed that he lost his natural sideburns permanently. The hair follicles were damaged during a facelift gone wrong. Number 13, Meg Ryan absolutely broke America's heart, but not in the romantic comedy way you'd expect. The actress who made us believe in love again with When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail was the undisputed queen of romantic comedies throughout the 90s. Her signature look, that adorable pixie cut, sparkling eyes, and those naturally pouty lips made her one of the most beloved actresses of her generation. But somewhere along the way, Meg became obsessed with maintaining that youthful appearance that made her famous. The transformation didn't happen overnight, but when fans finally noticed, the change was absolutely shocking. Her signature pouty lips became so overdone with fillers that her entire face structure changed dramatically. The procedures were so extensive that her mouth could barely close properly, and her smile became unrecognizable. Number 12, Heidi Montage. Reality TV changed Heidi Montag's life forever, but definitely not in the way she imagined when she first appeared on The Hills. The young, fresh-faced blonde from Colorado quickly became one of reality TV's biggest stars, but fame came with an obsession with perfection that would nearly destroy her life. In 2009, she made international headlines for undergoing 10 cosmetic procedures in a single day. 10 procedures. One day. Let that sink in. The extensive list included a nose job, breast augmentation from a C-cup to a DDD, liposuction on multiple areas, a brow lift, Botox injections, fat injections in her lips, chin reduction, neck liposuction, and ear pinning. The transformation was so extreme that her own mother didn't recognize her when she picked her up from the hospital. Heidi later described the recovery as the most traumatic experience of her life. She couldn't eat solid food for weeks and was in excruciating pain. Number 11, Erin Moriarty. But absolutely nothing could have prepared the internet for what happened to Erin Moriarty. The Boys actress went from a fresh-faced, natural beauty to someone completely unrecognizable seemingly overnight, and the transformation was so dramatic that it broke the internet. Erin, who played the sweet and innocent Starlight in the hit Amazon series, looked like a completely different person in recent photos, sparking massive speculation about what procedures she might have undergone. The change was so shocking that it caught the attention of major media personalities. Megyn Kelly used Moriarty's before and after photos as a prime example of young women's dangerous obsession with cosmetic enhancement, stating that the transformation represented everything wrong with modern beauty standards. The comparison photos went viral instantly, with millions of people unable to believe they were looking at the same person. What makes this story even more devastating is Erin's response to the controversy. The backlash became so intense and personal that she made the heartbreaking decision to completely abandon Instagram in early 2024, deleting years of content and cutting herself off from her fans entirely. The transformation was so complete that longtime fans of The Boys struggled to recognize their beloved starlight. Number 10. Bella Hadid. The pressure to achieve perfection starts devastatingly young in Hollywood, and supermodel Bella Hadid knows this reality better than almost anyone. The younger sister of fellow model Gigi Hadid finally came clean about getting her first major cosmetic procedure at just 14 years old, a nose job that she now deeply regrets. In a brutally honest interview, Bella revealed the severe mental health struggles that came with changing her appearance at such a formative age. She openly discussed feeling like she lost part of her identity and connection to her Palestinian heritage when she altered her nose. What makes Bella's confession even more heartbreaking is her admission that she wishes she had kept her natural nose, saying it connected her to her culture and made her feel like she belonged with her family. The psychological toll of the early procedure led to years of anxiety, depression, and body dysmorphia that she's still working to overcome. Number 9. Lindsay Lohan's transformation represents one of Hollywood's most tragic falls from grace. And it wasn't just about cosmetic procedures, it was about lifestyle choices that aged her at an absolutely shocking rate. The freckled, red-haired teenager who stole our hearts in The Parent Trap and became a cultural icon with Mean Girls seemed destined for superstardom, but fame came with demons that would nearly destroy her. The party lifestyle, well-documented substance struggles, and constant media scrutiny took a visible and devastating toll on Lindsay's appearance. Photos from her early 20s show someone who looked decades older than her actual age. The fresh-faced teen had been replaced by someone who appeared weathered and exhausted. The contrast was so stark that tabloids regularly featured side-by-side comparisons that shocked even the most cynical Hollywood observers. Courtney Love's rock and roll lifestyle caught up with her appearance in the most dramatic way imaginable, creating a transformation that shocked even the most devoted grunge fans. The widow of Kurt Cobain and frontwoman of the band Hole was once considered an alternative beauty icon. Her messy blonde hair, dark lipstick, and rebellious style influenced an entire generation of women in the 90s. But years of hard living, well-documented substance struggles, and multiple cosmetic procedures created a look that left longtime fans struggling to recognize the woman they once idolized. The grunge icon, who once epitomized effortless, rebellious cool, became the subject of countless What Happened articles and social media speculation. Number 7. Lara Flynn Boyle. Twin Peaks fans got the absolute shock of their lives when they saw what had happened to Lara Flynn Boyle, and the transformation was so extreme that many refused to believe it was the same person. The actress who played the mysterious and beautiful Donna Hayward in David Lynch's cult classic series was once considered one of the most naturally stunning women in Hollywood during the early 90s. Lara underwent so many facial surgeries that she became virtually unrecognizable from the dark-haired beauty who captivated audiences in Twin Peaks. Her face appeared stretched beyond recognition, with features that looked artificially pulled and distorted. The transformation became so complete that when Twin Peaks returned for a third season, she wasn't even considered for her original role. The character was recast because her appearance had changed so dramatically. Number 5. Donatella Versace. Fashion royalty isn't immune to aging disasters, and Donatella Versace's transformation proves that even the most powerful people in the industry can fall victim to the same pressures they help create. Years of intense sun exposure, multiple cosmetic procedures, and the incredibly high-pressure fashion world took a severe toll on Donatella's appearance. Her once elegant features became exaggerated and artificially enhanced to the point where she looked like a caricature of her former self. What makes Donatella's story particularly ironic is that as someone who helps dictate beauty standards for the entire fashion industry, she became a victim of those very same impossible standards. The woman who once embodied Italian elegance became a cautionary tale about the cost of trying to live up to an image that was never meant to be sustainable. Number 4. Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner's transformation to Caitlyn represented much more than typical Hollywood aging, but the multiple surgeries required for the gender transition created such a dramatically different appearance that it belongs in this discussion. The Olympic hero who once graced Wheaties boxes as the ultimate symbol of American athletic achievement became completely unrecognizable through an extensive surgical transformation process. The transition involved numerous procedures, including facial feminization surgery, breast augmentation, and other body modifications that completely changed Bruce's appearance. While the transformation was personally important and represented Caitlyn's authentic self, the physical change was so complete that it shocked even those closest to the Kardashian family. Number 3 on the list, Nicole Kidman's case might be the most heartbreaking of all, because she was already naturally stunning and didn't need any enhancement whatsoever. The Australian actress who captivated audiences with her porcelain skin, expressive eyes, and natural elegance in films like Moulin Rouge and The Hours had everything going for her: talent, beauty, and a successful career that spanned decades. But somewhere along the way, Nicole appears to have become addicted to cosmetic procedures, particularly Botox and filler treatments that have dramatically altered her once mobile and expressive features. The Oscar winner now appears to have had so much work done that she's lost the very thing that made her such a compelling actress: her ability to show genuine facial expressions naturally. Number 3, Priscilla Presley. But the disasters don't end there, because Priscilla Presley's transformation shocked Elvis fans around the world. The woman who was once considered one of the most naturally beautiful women of her generation underwent procedures that left her looking almost unrecognizable. What started as minor tweaks to maintain her youthful appearance spiraled into a series of increasingly drastic procedures that completely altered her facial structure. The most shocking aspect of Priscilla's transformation was the lip and cheek fillers that went horribly wrong, creating an unnatural, puffy appearance that bore little resemblance to the elegant woman who once captured the king of rock and roll's heart. Industry insiders say she became addicted to the procedures, constantly trying to fix what she perceived as flaws, but actually making things progressively worse. We're now down to the second one on the list, Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers represents one of country music's most beloved voices, but his appearance in later years shocked longtime fans. The man, known for hits like The Gambler and Lady, underwent extensive facial surgery that left him looking like a completely different person. What was supposed to be subtle work to address aging instead created a stretched, unnatural appearance that made him nearly unrecognizable. The transformation was so dramatic that Rogers himself later admitted he regretted the procedures. In interviews before his passing, he acknowledged that the surgeries went too far and changed his appearance more than he ever intended. His story became a cautionary tale about knowing when to stop, and how even subtle procedures can snowball into dramatic changes that can't be reversed. Tara Reid's transformation from American Pie sweetheart to cautionary tale happened shockingly fast. The actress, who was once the epitome of girl next door beauty, underwent multiple procedures that went disastrously wrong, including a botched breast augmentation and liposuction that left visible scarring and asymmetry. The procedures were so poorly executed that she required multiple corrective surgeries, but the damage to both her appearance and career was already done. What made Tara's situation particularly tragic was her openness about the botched procedures. She publicly discussed the physical and emotional pain of dealing with surgical complications, becoming one of the first celebrities to openly address the risks of cosmetic surgery gone wrong. Her honesty helped other women understand the potential consequences of these procedures. These 14 transformations tell a bigger story about Hollywood's impossible standards and the lengths people will go to fight aging. Some of these changes came from desperation, others from addiction, and some from the pressure to stay relevant in an industry that worships youth. The saddest part? Most of these celebrities were naturally beautiful before they started their transformation journeys. What's really shocking is how quickly some of these changes happened. Years of careful image management can be undone by a few bad procedures or lifestyle choices. The lesson here isn't that aging is bad, it's that fighting it in extreme ways can lead to results that are far worse than simply growing older gracefully. The most heartbreaking aspect of all these stories is that they represent real people who made choices based on fear, insecurity, and industry pressure. Behind every shocking transformation is a human being who was struggling with aging, relevance, or self-image in a world that never stops judging. These celebrities serve as cautionary tales about the price of perfection in a world that never stops watching. If this video opened your eyes to the dark side of Hollywood's beauty standards, make sure you subscribe for more shocking celebrity content. Drop a comment below telling me which transformation shocked you the most. I read every single one. And if you want to see more celebrities who've made questionable choices, check out the video popping up on your screen right now. Trust me, you won't believe what some of these stars have done to themselves.